Hello, welcome. This is Black Papa. This is episode 2 of our Let's Play series, and we've made some progress. Let's go check out what we've got going here. So on our first episode, we had laid out the outline for this, and we've made some progress. It's gone through a couple of changes. Spent about 2.5 hours in the nether gathering quartz, and I'm already out, so I'm gonna have to make another trip. Let's see, I got a little tiny bit left, but it's gonna take quite a bit more. This is gonna have a full second story on it. Went into a creative world and had to build it there because there's just so many resources in this. I had to figure out exactly what it was I wanted to do, so I didn't have to waste time harvesting things and then end up not using them. So anywho, let's just take a quick look around. So we kind of went with this design, and as I mentioned before, there was a picture I found online that kind of gave us some inspiration for this mansion. So I went ahead and put plank floors down in here. But after messing around on the creative test world for a while, all this is going to come out. Matter of fact, we can probably just start chopping that out now. I'm going to go ahead and chop this out on camera, and then I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, we've almost got this all chopped out, and I'm just realizing it actually is quicker to place these slabs or half slabs, whatever you want to call them, than it is to get rid of them. This is an efficiency 5 axe, and it has taken me a while to do this. We're almost there though. So I came up with a different design for the floor in the test world that I think fits this a little better. We're going for that high-end mansion look, that, you know, expensive materials, high quality. I mean, as best we can do, and as best I can do anyways, with the materials I have available. Of course, Minecraft being somewhat limited in the blocks. One thing I really wish they would add, I mean, I don't know if anybody watched the live stream yesterday. It was pretty cool. They're adding some neat stuff to the game, some interesting stuff. The village and pillage is coming up. The big thing for me on the updates that they announced was sometime during the holidays they're going to be adding, well, some cat skins, which, I mean, okay, we get some new cats. It's the scaffolding, the bamboo, the pandas, and with the bamboo comes the scaffolding. And the way they described it, you'd be able to build up your scaffolding instead of pillaring up with dirt or whatnot, and use your scaffolding for builds in survival world, and then when you break the bottom block, the whole thing collapses so you can pick it up real easy. That sounds great. As far as for somebody who likes to build and build stuff, I mean, the amount of time spent pillaring up with dirt and then taking the dirt down and then pillaring up and then taking it down, especially if you're making corrections or changes and you're trying to figure stuff out, it's going to save a significant amount of time having an easy scaffolding system. So I'm very curious to see the mechanics on that one, see how it works, see how much materials it takes. Hopefully they would be pretty generous with the amount of scaffolding you get versus materials that have to be gathered. That would be nice. So we'll have to wait and see. Some other cool stuff coming up in the updates too. If you haven't seen it, I recommend going and watching the live stream replay. Some really neat stuff in there. So the Tyaga one, of course, and so they're going to be updating that first. I'm also very curious on the whole campfire thing. That seems very interesting to me. There's a lot of possibilities, and I know a lot of other YouTubers have talked about it. But if you can get light from it in, you know, especially when you're starting out in a survival world, if that was like something that you could use right away for light and food instead of having to come up with a furnace and make charcoal and all that stuff, that would be really cool. And my hope is that it just looks neat. I mean, something like a campfire could even be used for, you know, landscaping features and things like that. You know, you have a little fire, you know, so there's some cool stuff coming out in this updates that are going to be out here I think it's going to be interesting to see. The only concern I had with what I saw in the updates was the villagers, the pillagers, I guess, the illager beast they were calling it, and the pillagers. Um, it I don't know how aggressive, how successful these mobs are going to be. And if you have, like I do, where you have a village close by, and I did that on purpose. I wanted to be relatively close to a village. It's kind of part of the, I guess, the storyline of this world. This is going to play into having this village close by. And am I going to have to spend a lot of time protecting that village because of my proximity? Is my proximity to that village going to trigger the spawns of these pillagers? I'm real curious to see what the mechanics are going to be on that, because I wouldn't mind a little bit of village maintenance, I guess you'd say, but I don't want to have to spend too much time over there keeping that village from getting decimated or repopulating it and things like that. So I'm there. If there's any concern at all from the updates I saw that are coming out, it would be that. If you're playing a survival world and you kind of have a storyline or a lore going, how much time are you going to have to spend protecting your villagers from these pillagers? How often do they spawn? I mean, is it once in a great while type thing? Or is it every night? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, of course. But yeah, that could be a little troubling if you have to spend an excessive amount of time protecting villages. And here's the thing: if they go in there and wipe out all the villagers, well, then how are you going to repopulate that village? You're going to have to go find another village and transport those villagers, breed them, and then do this. Now, if you have a villager breeder like we do, or like I do here, with a rail system set up directly to this village, okay, that's easy. But that took me a long time to do, a lot of work, and so if you're just starting out in the world and you're building and you haven't got all that set up, you don't have a villager breeder, and they wipe out your villagers. That might make things like trading and some of the other mechanics a lot more difficult. So anyways, I'm just curious to see how that's going to play out. I guess all I can do is wait. So anyways, we got the floor chopped out in there. So I'm going to go just give you an idea, if you can kind of picture. I would go show you. There's going to be a grand a room, and when you first come in here, it's going to be full up all the way to the top, and this is not all the way up yet. It's going to go up I think 4 more blocks, maybe 5, and then there will be a balcony up here with a nice big archway. This will all be walled off from about here and here, so those rooms will be separate. There'll be 2 sets of stories there, and there'll be stairs going up to each one coming at an angle this way. So it's kind of hard to imagine right now. I know it's still a work in progress, so don't judge it quite yet. Had to go with these brick stairs, the stone brick stairs, and then I went with the carved stone up here. I spent a few hours in Creative World using every kind of material that I could think of to break up the all white nature, because I did have white stairs down here. I had the quartz stairs down here and quartz stairs running across here and on the top of the second floor, and it was just too much white. It needed to be broke up and add some depth to it. And I experimented with dark prismarine, pretty much every texture aside from purple, because I just knew that wasn't going to work. But I had to settle with the stone. It's still not exactly what I have in my mind, but as far as the materials available to me, it's probably as close as I'm going to get. So I think once it's done, it'll look a lot better. Right now it kind of looks a little funky because the top floor is not complete yet, so it looks a little out of place. But I'm pretty much out of quartz, so I'm gonna have to go gather some more. But I do have plenty of stone, so I'm just working on some of the lower floor stone work right now. And let me make a little more progress, and I'll come back with you. Okay, just thought we'd come take a look at this from the air so we can kind of get an idea of the scale. So you can see it's significantly bigger than our starter house. A lot fancier too. So yeah, I think that's gonna look nice. We're gonna do a lot of terraforming here. There's gonna be a courtyard with some flowers and maybe some water features. Yeah, I think that's working out well. We've got big plans for this whole area. I've got lots of ideas. I'm pretty much going to leave this alone, though, out here. I kind of want there to be a green buffer zone between the village and my area. But yeah, I think that looks... I think that's looking pretty good. Alright, let's work on it some more, and we'll be right back. Okay, well, I only have 1 stack and 8 blocks of quartz left, so definitely don't have enough to finish the top floor. But let's see if we can get at least one side of this up to the height it's going to be, get a better idea of what it's going to look like when it's stacked up. Let's see. Let's see if we can do this without killing ourselves. Oh, hey, we did it. All right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think that's the right height. And I think there's another layer that goes on top. I'd have to go back and look at my test build. So then we're going to come in 1, 2, 3. No, what we did was here, here, here. Is that how it was? No, it was here, 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 and here. Yeah, I think that's right. And then we go up 3. Yeah, that's what we're going for. Okay, let's see. Do we have any glass panes left? And which one is it in? There we got 5. We're gonna have to make some more. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay, that's a good amount. Let's see if we can land on the thing without... Hey, I'm getting better at that. Of course, now that I said that, next time I'll probably smack into something and die. So let's throw some windows in here. Okay, now... I don't know... Oh, the sun's going down. Gonna need to sleep here in a second. Let's see if we can get this done real quick. Nope. Oh. That's right, those are slabs. I can't stick any dirt there. Might have to throw another slab down. Just to get on this block. See, this is what I'm talking about, where the scaffolding I think is going to be probably for the builders one of the best things to be added to the game in a long time. And now I've only been playing 5 months, but I have gone back and looked at some of the beta versions, and so yeah, it's going to be a game changer, I think, as far as building and survival goes. And then we need some slabby jabbies here. I'm gonna go ahead and not sleep, because a funny thing is this inside of this structure is a pretty effective mob farm. When I was doing it in the test world, I was getting an insane amount of spawns in here. Whoops. Oh. Hello, friend. Oh, our friends. Go ahead and toss in the old shield there because we might need it. Pick up our dirt. Actually, I don't see much spawning in here. That's kind of strange. I have no sympathy for you burning skeletons whatsoever. Oh, I left some dirt up there. Dang it. Okay, so that's not right. We need to go one block higher with the quartz. Yeah, that's not right at all. Okay, we'll fix that. I gotta be careful because this pick blasts through quartz so fast. It practically insta-mines it. So if I'm not careful, I'll end up taking out parts of the wall. Okay, let's see if we can... Whoa. Jamming. Oh, missed it. Yep, well. Ooh, need to eat. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, that was a little better. But we need to be up there. Yep, that'll work. Okay, do we have enough quartz? I think we have enough quartz for one more layer. Okay, now oh, I held it down and I double jumped. Rookie. Okay. Get back up here. Get the right blocks in our hand. Yeah, let's use that one. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Now that's looking better. I can't believe I didn't notice that first time. Okay, now we got to get up there and do the slabs. Let's go a little closer. Actually, you know what? We'll just jump up there. Yeah, right. Yep, building in survival worlds, you got to be a little bit of a parkour slash Spider-Man thing going on because you're constantly crawling around on narrow ledges and walls, and it's kind of crazy. And then you derp stuff like that. Okay, let's stand back and take a look. There we go. Oh, okay. I screwed up. These pillars are supposed to go all the way up here. Okay, let me see if I have enough quartz to stack up the other side, and we'll get the at least the front facade of the second story done. We're not gonna have enough quartz at all to do the walls on the second story, but at least we can kind of get a better idea what the front's gonna look like. So let me work on that and I'll be right back. Okay, well, all out of quartz. Used up every last little speck that I had, but I was able to get the facade on the front of this side here. And so if you can kind of imagine what it's going to look like, that's going to be that high in the back. And then there's an arch feature that goes right in here with a bunch of glass in it. So it'll look a lot more complete. Next episode, I'll spend some time over the next week down in the Nether and gathering up supplies. It's about night, so I need to sleep real quick. Okay, so I guess the only thing there is left time for a new little feature I'm going to try out here on the channel, and it's going to be called the minute and a half mashup, and it's just going to be 90 seconds of me fighting mobs at night out in the open, and we'll see what happens, and maybe we'll set it to some cool music, and we'll see if you like it or not. Leave some comments, let me know what you think. Always open to suggestions on the builds, always open to suggestions on the videos if you think something can be improved, or you like that constructive criticism, so don't be afraid to speak up. All we ask is that you be polite. And so let's get right to the minute and a half mashup. Well, guys, I think we've gone about as far as we can go today. Running a little bit low on materials. Gonna have to make another trip into the Nether. Probably gonna take me at least a couple hours to gather the quartz I need, since I already got everything I could see that was close to my portal. So I'm gonna have to do some exploring around in the Nether, which is not my favorite thing to do, and gotta get prepared for that. Get some new juice fire potion and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think so far it's coming along pretty good. I'm not sure if we're gonna keep this house after that one's done, or if we'll put something else here, maybe modify it, do something else. So until next time, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like the video, and tell your friends. Thanks.